Stop working just to start a Stop working just to start a I too close to work just to warm up. Stop working just to start a I too close to work just to warm up. Stop working just to start a I too close to work just to warm up. Stop working just to start a I too close to work just to warm up. Stop working just to start a I too close to work just to warm up. Stop working just to start a I too close to work just to
The mute got us again.
Got us again.
Oh,
What's up, boys?
hear me, bro?
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the
boys.
stream, the Boys Podcast, For the Boys Podcast. Episode 10. Episode 10.
Ooh, what an episode it's gonna be. What an episode it's gonna
Definitely
be.
a clap there. Definitely a clap there.
Wow.
All the hard work from the brothers that joined in. I guess everyone's looking at the screen and wondering where we're missing someone. We're missing someone. They're also Swanky is at
Swanky,
Mahi. Yeah, he's at Mahi, but he'll be joining us shortly. That's his third warning, so the fourth warning we'll might have to send him to do some other duties.
Dead guy duty.
What's up,
Is
boys?
he on
How we all
afternoons,
doing?
is he? Oh, so doing A-OK, mate. Doing A-OK. On early
Good to have
shift
you on,
now,
bro.
so yeah, no, I thought I'd just pop in for a quick hello and nearly hit the sack time for early start tomorrow morning. So thought I'd just jump in and congratulate you on your 10th episode
Cheers,
of
bro.
For the Boys Podcast Live. Malo Murphy, wow, Miles.
Supposo. Well, how are you, Lindsay? Busy.
Alive and well.
Just nice.
Just relaxing with a cup of tea, getting ready to put on my Mr. Transdev swag for tomorrow.
That's a nice drink you got there. Eh?
It's just our other sponsor, Wendy. We used to date back in the days. She's still showing love.
Oh, nice.
Reusable.
Also, everyone that's tuning in, the giveaway is still running. So, in about maybe 30 or 40 minutes, we'll draw the winner of the hood and tee. So you still have time.
Nice.
About 30 or 40 minutes. Uzo.
Kia ora.
Or is it Malolele? Tongue and language week, eh?
Oh, yes.
What's going on,
Oh, is it? Oh,
Come on, bro. Come on, man.
How are we, boys?
Good, Us. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Us.
Working hard.
Hardly working.
I was just letting everyone know that they still have about maybe 30 minutes, and then we'll be drawing the winner. But the winner will be selected from our the entries that you all have done. Obviously, to go into the draw, follow our Insta, subscribe to our YouTube, and like our Facebook page. We've got quite a few people that are on there at the moment that we've chucked up, but yeah, got 20 to 30 minutes left. Peeps.
Nice. Get in there, be in it to win it.
Be in it to win it, man. It's free.
It's free, man. It's cold outside. Free hoodie.
Oh,
Get a free hoodie, can't complain.
And also, there's we've got a few topics that we want to drop tonight. Might go a bit deeper than the norms, but because we've got the lads on, we'll be sure to pick away at it. If you know, we've got our own opinions added to this show. Um,
might as well have to do it in manual if we can't put the names up. Huh? Yeah, no.
wait, we'll see.
There's a StreamYard playing up a bit there. Who's
Bro, my man is not here to.
Our Tick Man is yeah.
oh,
So we're left to do
IT.
everything yeah. We're left to do everything ourselves now. Should be this one. But boys, so the first topic I wanna drop is, let me pull up the notes. Is sorry, before we start that, we just want a quick shout out to our sponsors. Otherwise they'll stop paying us. Our first sponsor being Matthew Shaw, who's been following us and supporting us from the beginning, giving us that extra love on the side. So his 10th episode, he's been there from the beginning. If you know what I mean. And also, this sponsor was undercover, but he doesn't like to be mentioned. It's Swanky Series Streaming. He's been on it from the beginning, and he's now kind of jumped in and said, "Nah, give me some acknowledgement."
Oh.
Say, nah, 10th episode. He wants to get paid now. and
Yeah.
He just wanted that you rolled the trumpet out for that 10th episode, eh?
yeah. Oh, now you want to jump now, but yeah. So and our third being Coop Apparel. So they've teamed up with us, like I've said in the live, and yeah, come through and helped us out with hoods, tees, anything really. But at the moment, that's all we're dropping. So yeah, thank you to the team at Coop Apparel for coming through, for helping us. You know, it's we're quite humbled that they jumped on and looked at this podcast, even though we don't even know what the hell we talk about sometimes.
Just swinging it, mate. You just swing it. That's how it goes.
So for the first 30 minutes, we don't know what we're not. But thanks, thank you to everyone that's jumped on board. Also, to DJ 651, he's showing us some love. We usually play some music in the background, but
Tick Man's taking the night off, eh?
yeah, he's jumped on board as well, and he said we're able to play his music. And saying that, if you guys jump over to his page, he's got some new mixes out, and they are off the chain. They're sicky
Best.
and
man, even his old school ones are pretty good as well, eh?
oh, bro, all of them, bro, and the one I've been listening to. Let me see if I can bring that up. I don't think I can. Is the old school mix? I forgot what it's called.
How about Terry? How about we bring him on the show one of these days? Because it can be arranged. It can be arranged, those. It can be done.
We'll love to have him on the show, man. I just thought of, because of his busy schedule, I don't want to, you know. But bro, definitely would love to have him on board.
Yeah. Oh, say less. say less. If he's listening, he already knows the deal. It'll just have to be jacked up for a day and he'll be on the show. No brainer. No brainer. For the boys.
For the boys. Shuttles. And to everyone out there, DJ 651, obviously he's a DJ and his music is, bro. If you're looking to have babies, oh my goodness.
I think he should actually put out a Tupac mixtape, eh? Like a full-on Tupac. If you're a Tupac lover from back in the 90s, you know, I've heard this mixtape. Actually, I've had it for a little while, but I think he's only just released it today. And this mixtape is, if you're a Tupac fan from that era, yeah, you wanna cop this one. I think he's released it today. Same thing. Go to his pages, find the links, or DM him. I think it is. I think this one's a DM. You got to DM him, and he'll let you know how to cop the mixtape. But he delivers every time. He's consistent. So yeah.
And of
You ever
course,
heard that one?
Nice.
That's the one.
Matthew shows everyone knows his mixes, so the man's got some good tunes that he's stored in the back. But at the moment he's doing that. You know, he's looking elsewhere. He's ventured off to do other things like streaming. And how's that going, Noose?
I haven't streamed for a week. I've actually got my brother, my little brother, and his family of 4 kids. They've actually moved back from Aussie. They just come out of isolation, their 2-week isolation, and they're staying with me. So can't have that stream going, and then there's pitter patter running around, and kids fighting in the background. But not
Just added us a sample.
Mate, it's the streaming thing. It's something that's been around for a while, but I've never thought. I thought it was a bit of a routine thing to do, but man,
Oh yeah, sorry.
people are making money off the spam.
Before Matthew show goes through, bro, if you know him, if you know Mikey, bro, he's a humble guy. Even when we interviewed him for his podcast that we popped up, I knew from the get-go that he wasn't going to talk about himself or, you know, drop in anything that he's done that's kind of out there. But yeah, he's a real humble dude, so I don't think you'll get anything out of it. But what I want to say is jump onto his streams.
Oh, no.
Then you'll find out. Because, bro, I've watched. I think I've watched nearly all of it, bro. And fuck, it's crack up, man. The boys are funny as, and you'll get Swanky some nights if he's on. And Alexo when he was on too. So, bro, it's just laughs and. Oh, not always laughs.
It's
not
more or
all
less the
laughs,
banter,
but-
eh? Like you just have a
Yeah.
laugh, man. And it has to be all laughs. It's like, why would you do it? Why would you do it by yourself? Like, you got to have the boys on. It's always a laugh with the boys. Passes time, you know. Girls like to go out and drink. We're not allowed to go out and drink, so we do it live on streaming and whatever. There's always a way.
And yourself, Lindsay, besides work, hobbies you've got going, relaxing.
Nothing at the moment, eh? Just doing a little bit of renos at home. Just doing up the master bedroom, you know, trying to do a bit of repaint on the ceiling and, you know, fix up the walls. But other than that,
Take all the chains off the bed and tighten up the pole and getting loose. All the use.
got to get some heavy duty frame, mate.
Did you remove the handcuffs? I'm sure I saw it there last week. Oh, sorry, when you last on.
Oh, what? Oh, wait, yeah, no, you can still see the marks on the wrist, though.
Also, jump onto our live chat if you're on. To Morafunka, Hawkeye.
Hawkeye's
Thanks
fun.
for always.
Yeah, some of the boys from the stream, we usually play together. So yeah, they're always showing love, these fellas.
Yeah, bro. They've always been jumping on and showing us some love. So maybe in the future we'll get a few of our supporters, our followers to jump on and uh, you know show us some love, and we'll show them a bit of airtime. But okay, we've got a few questions that or topics that I do want to discuss, and hopefully the boys are open to me asking them. It's not personal, but where are we? Oh yeah, so here we go. Are we living in a generation that is emotionally weak? Everything needs to be watered down because it's offensive. Or just including the truth. Everything's all watered down for them to. I don't know. I tagged you in the post, Mikey, last a few days ago. So
Yeah.
if you didn't hear that, sorry. Are we living in a generation that is emotionally weak? Everything needs to be watered down. What are your thoughts, lads? It's a
It
hard one.
depends, really. Eh? I think it depends. There's like some families raise their kids to speak up. Um, raise their kids to Some families raise their
What's up,
kids
bro?
to be quiet and just listen.
What's up, bro?
When they get told.
Yeah.
So like,
So,
yeah, I think
so sorry, also, Juan, welcome to the show. Had to cut this halfway because the man looks like he's working hard, doing hard mahi. Usually,
Who's that, bro?
you, bro.
I know you're not talking about me, bro.
So we had to cut that chat halfway, but usually for the first or the debut or debutants, they jump on our show. We usually get a small intro from you, and
your turn.
we're just a small intro. We're from whether you grew up in New Zealand, just something
Oh,
small.
yep. Yeah, well, one, Mangry boy, born and bred, raised, still there. I don't know what else to say, bro. Single, loving life. Yeah, chronic gambler. Have an obsession with money that might not be the healthiest, but you know, I like making it. I like spending it. Yeah.
Have you been to AA, or is that just?
Hell no. You only go to AA if you got a problem. I don't have a problem, man.
Nah, thanks, bro. Yeah, this is Mr. Juan Colado. I don't know how to bring up everyone's name because, like I said, the man has left the building. But Juan, where did you you're half or you full Spanish?
No. Half Spanish, half Māori. Spanish from my father's side.
Right, we've had a yarn before and spoke about home on your dad's side. You've lived there for quite a bit too. You spent
Well, in Spain,
Spain. Yep.
I've never lived there. I've visited several times though, and you know, all my family's from there. Beautiful
Nice,
place,
so-
beautiful people.
Oh man, dedication! Look at that.
Hey.
Yeah. So the question was, do we live in an emotionally weak generation or generation, whatever you call it? Yeah. So back to
Yeah.
Mikey.
This is going to Manukau via the Southern Line, so Newmarket, Ellerslie.
This guy.
Sorry? No, there's no trains that go to Panmure.
Oh shit.
You'll have to come with me through to Otahu, jump on a bus to go back to Panmure.
I see, alright.
That's how it's done, guys. That's how it's done.
Pardon?
It's up to you,
Customer
Martin,
service.
right?
Yeah.
Customer service at its
Okay, man.
finest.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Mahalo kalado.
Now you're
Never
good,
get
man.
left behind.
And as you can see, what I was saying is that we've got one of the best TMs out there. Look at his customer service skills. Look at the customer service skills, mate.
Alright.
You can set an example with the mask. Sick.
No, yeah, just to go back to your, are we living in what, an emotionally unstable or emotionally soft times, or is this generation?
Yeah, exactly that, bro.
Ab- Absolutely, boys. I'm sure you know this for a fact. You just have to look around and yeah, it's kind of sickening actually. You know, some of us from the older generation is. I mean, you know, when we did bad, we got an ass whipping. We respect our elders. Um, you know, there's just a certain sort of kaupapa that we stick to, and it's automatic.
Mm.
And you can see with even with just the youth that we have on our trains today. I mean, if this is the future, man, we're screwed.
Unfortunately, it all goes back to that anti-smacking law, which really
Absolutely agree.
stuffed it up for a lot of the PI families and also with our Māori families and that. Especially
Yes,
with the
sir.
way of our culture is, we've been brought up to, you know, through respect, being able to respect your elders, you know,
Right.
respect each other. But ever since anti-smacking law, because of the actions of a minority, the majority got affected by it. So that's where the downfall started, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure. Um, if you don't mind
I
me.
was definitely. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Oh no, no. I was just going to say that absolutely that, but also as well. I mean, things like the feminist movement, the LGBT or whatever. I mean, it's all good with their groups and stuff like that. I mean, if you want to be gay, if you want to be feminist, fine, but don't start pushing your agenda onto others and sort of messing with a system that's worked for the entire human race. You know what I mean? Um, I think a lot of it has to do with all the feminist movement as well. That's me personally. Now they're saying, kids need timeouts and kids need just we've never needed it before. And look, now we've got pyramids, we've got cities, we can fly, we've got cars. Why change something if it's not broken? You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Exactly, man. Exactly that.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, Lindsay. You know, when we're younger, man, any little thing, you get like
That's
you get
it.
told what you get put in your place straight away without even
Mm.
realizing it, and then like even just a little a little tap kind of put you in line, and you knew next time should I try and do it, and
Yeah.
it leads me back into like
Hi.
this
Hey.
generation how it's
Oh.
here we go. Look at this guy.
Just get on my train, man.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so it leads me back to the heart of the question is
Mm.
that I watched someone shared with me some news about a guy passing away, committing suicide. But before that, he sent messages to his sister, and I think basically the whole story of it is that it was to do with his partner. So the sister spent the whole day with this person, and to find out the next day when he went to work, he didn't make it home, and obviously took his life. So the problem there, I'm hoping that it wasn't to do with the partner, but to find out it was. So I don't know the full story, but I've had family members and friends take their life because of a partner. So what I'm trying to say is that are they are the kids taking their lives mentally strong, or was it because of their partners that were, I don't know, well, how would you say that, pushed them to the limit where, yeah, where they could tip over and take their own life. Deep
Well, so,
or too deep?
well, the thing is, through my experiences with the polyculture, and that it's pride. Sometimes pride takes over when you're wanting to discuss, your emotions, what you're going through with other people. And unfortunately, in cases like these, we will never get to know what the answers are because, you're left in the world of limbo, not knowing why they did it. All we can do is we can just assume why and basically guess, but we can't really actually pinpoint as to the reason why they did it, because it goes with them to the grave.
Yeah.
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 But the selfish thing about it, they said you leave your loved ones behind
Mm.
and they get to suffer with it and continue living on with their thought in their minds until, they move on.
It's a slow death for them. You're absolutely right.
But
You
the
only
only way,
you only die once. They die every day knowing.
Yep.
And I suppose the only way that
That's
we can get through this is to be able to discuss with others that's kind of been through the same experience to help try and get the burden off your shoulders. So burden shared is like lightens a load on your shoulders kind of thing.
Yeah, bro. Straight up. And this brings me back to we had a conversation earlier. I think it was one of our third podcasts. How you bring up your kids. So from a generation that is very weak, or I'm not saying myself is very weak, but they're emotionally weak. How do we move forward from that to teach our young ones? I don't know. Instead of using the physical way of harming our kids, what's the next step for us?
Be the example.
this thing, bro. This thing. Allow them to talk. Allow your kids to express their feelings. Allow everybody to express their feelings. Like Lindsay said, Polynesians, islanders who grew up, you were asked a question, you were told, or you're spoken to. So that's the long culture that's been around. There's showing respect and doing it the respectful way. And then there's the old one here and there who takes the mickey out of it and gets the opportunity to speak up, and then he's all cheeky. That's where you gotta draw the line, type of thing. And that's where it kind of breaks down, I guess. But I think to break this whole cycle thing is just allow anybody to have a say, and especially to express their feelings, because I think that's what's the thing that's depressed inside or held down that needs to come
100%,
out.
bro.
And that's
bro.
that's the one thing that'll save that person, bro. That one person, that person and their mate. Who knows?
Because back in
I
our
think,
days,
that's the
if
main
we were
thing
to
for
express our
me, it's like,
because if we were to express our feelings back in the days, mate,
go to sleep.
there'd be a slap. It's like but whack. So it just cuts it right there. So we weren't able to express why we do what we do because there's no chance of it coming out of our mouths because we'll feel it. But I think
Because the gender will shut it up straight away.
or whatever's the closest thing beside them.
Whatever's the close, exactly.
Yeah. But like Matthew also said, I think it's more about just being able to listen with an open mind to, what your child's got to say without getting angry. It's just being patient and, just listening to your kid.
I think one thing for me, I've got children. I've got children that's gone from teenage who are now young adults. You know, I've got an 18 and a 19-year-old. For me, it's like why listen to them when they're 18, 19? Like
You've
have
got to
those
listen
serious
to them
conversations with
before.
them then. When you could have done it like years ago, hey? You
Years
could have
ago,
had
yeah.
these serious and heart-to-heart conversations when they were younger. Because who knows when this depression stuff kicks in? Who knows when these feelings or anybody kicks in? Hey, you just gotta have that open line of communication, hey, from an early age. And that's what gives the kids the confidence as well to speak up and to be able to have that. Yeah. So for me, it's like not later in their lives, or more or less earlier. Like have a chat to them, allow them to speak in their minds and tell you how they feel. Because that's for me. That's what it was. It's only words, but it can go a long way either way too.
Safui.
Fui, he's back. Samples on.
Oh,
How we doing, Us?
thank you.
We've got a topic that we're trying to dig deep and add our own professionalism to the topic. But it's about are we living in a generation that is emotionally weak? So, do you have any thoughts on that?
Oh, the younger ones.
Yeah, like this generation in itself. So Mikey's just said he's giving out a few tips and advice. To try and open up, talk to the kids at a younger age. I know you've got 5 kids. Is that correct?
Yeah.
5 kids, and yeah, bro. How do you deal with your little ones? And the story I spoke about earlier was just about I'm hearing quite a few suicides at a young age, and Pacific Islanders, you know, we're losing them to suicide. So, yeah.
Oh, well, just me and my wife, man. We keep a really open door policy in our house with our little ones, even from a young age. You know, we try to make sure that any issues, no matter how big or how small, it gets discussed out in the open, so no one's left out in the dark. You know, whether it's school or even small things around the house. You know, we want to make sure that we keep in touch with like whatever they're feeling or whatever they're dealing with. So that's what we try to do. You know, sometimes it can be hard, especially my oldest is 13 now, my daughter, so she's trying to rebel a little bit here and there, but you know, just as long as we keep those lines open all the time, that's what we try to do.
Nice, bro. Because I've got 2 young, babies, 2 and a 3. Oh, sorry, a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're different. Obviously different now that, you know, all they talk about is, you know, little things. But I guess hearing the advice from you guys is to keep that communication there. My wife's already doing it at the moment. She's, you know, for me, if I hear my little ones like doing jibber jabber like da 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 da, I do the same thing back, and she's looking at me like, "Why you talk like that? You speak English. Speak English." And I was like,
Yeah.
You know, like little things like that. It's off. You know, it's not even. But to build the kid up to to know that you can speak to us, I guess. Say.
Yeah. I know. I think we learn a lot from our own upbringings as well. You know, I grew up as a typical, not typical. You know, I don't know about many other households, but it was sort of what was said. That's what was done. You know, so there was no real communication. You know, it was pretty much just instructions, really. And so I know that affected me in the long run. But so whatever I knew was a sort of negative growing up, obviously I try to flip that now that I'm a parent myself, to make sure that the things that I grew up that I, you know, didn't feel comfortable about doesn't happen to my little ones, you know. So everything's a learning process at the end of the day.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
everyone's situation is unique. So
Yeah.
but yeah, man, I take on a lot from the boys when they talk, as well as my wife. You know, she when she says something, I'm usually like, not really. No.
I think the other thing too, one of the other biggest things we can do, which is easy, and it's almost something that it's really hard for us to do, is just listen. Hey, even if they're little kids, sometimes they have like they say the funniest things. You know, you just makes you like, oh, like makes you kick you. You go, oh, I don't know they knew that, or I don't know, you know, like where did you learn that from? But you know, they're growing and they're growing really fast. And sometimes you just it blows by, you know, you didn't realize like, oh shit,
Yeah.
she's already gone up a few years at school and whatever, and you still thought, oh, she's still little. She doesn't, you know, she's not at that emotional stage yet. When she's well and truly into it, and you just unaware, totally, yeah. So
Yeah.
last thing you want is for like what I said. My advice is don't wait till like me, where my kids are 18, 19, to have the serious conversations where you could have it like well earlier, and you've given them the confidence to open up earlier too. So you know, yeah, it's just better that way, I guess.
You guys ever get in their rut where, you know, when one of your kids or something does something and you look at it and go, shit, when I did that when I was a young kid, I got the whack, you know, kind of thing. And so you always keep referring back to your upbringing. It's like, oh, no, how come they get away with that? And yet, you know, when we were brought up, it was totally, you know, opposite kind of thing. So it's kind of a rut that, you know, we've been brought up in that it's hard to get away from.
Yeah, harder.
Yeah, harder.
Just the comparisons there.
Yeah. So yeah, my little one, oh sorry, my dad used to do that as well. So, but the change, like we're changing with time. And when I bring the grandkids over, you know, the stuff that my little ones do in front of him, when I was there small, you know, I'm like scratching my head, and he's like, you know, he's just blasé. He just because you know, he loves the kids, and even like buying them food, he's like, oh, you hungry, or let's go get something to eat. Though if that was us, are you hungry? Yeah, just go look in the fridge, look in the cupboard, even though there's nothing there. Like little things like that, you know. So opening up that communication with kids, and yeah, you know, the old man is now, I guess, understanding it, changing with time.
Yeah, that's it. It's just adjusting, especially to different roles, because, you know, I've got grandkids as well. So when the parents do something with their kids, you're looking at and you're just wanting to, you know, you want to put in your input, but, you know, you can't because it's for them, it's their, you know, it's their kids, it's their territory to tell the kids what to do, and that we just have to sit back and shut up and hold the tongue. It's
Hard out, hard out.
like,
Anyway, boys.
oh, sorry, my lord, Foy, Lindsay's the name, brother.
Hello, brother.
My lord, yeah, there seems to be some kind of IT problem with the StreamYard and putting the names up, so it's just called verbal introduction. Man up.
Yeah. And then we got Juan, who's jumped on, Juan Collado.
How's it?
From work.
He's doing a bit of mahi at work. If we run this back, his customer service is one of the best. He works on the trains. So the boys I've spoken with Wills. Hey, for you speak to Wills, William Brown. I think he's had a chat with
his brother's Andre, eh?
Yes.
Yeah. I speak to Andre a lot, quite a bit online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, so yeah, so a few of us we mentioned on an earlier podcast about men's health. So we're gonna start something coming up just after level 1. Well, I don't know if we'll hit level 1, but
Oh yeah.
yeah. So we've got a group that maybe we can start The Biggest Loser, and everyone's
Oh
open
yeah,
to it.
yeah,
Yeah, everyone's
yeah,
open to it. But what I want to say is, like you mentioned in the last podcast, eating is the main, I think, source
yeah,
of.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. How would you give advice to people that are wanting to, drop weight, and they've, big boned, or like myself? Yeah, bro.
I think it's
What's your advice, bro?
just the easiest is just to like take yourself out of that environment, eh? Because if you know, like back in the day, it was always like the boys would call, hey, we're gonna go catch up at this restaurant, and then next minute you already had dinner, and then you're gonna have another dinner, stuff like that. So not be antisocial, but I mean like try to control your environment and what you're doing in regards to your eating, eh? So those little catch ups or those next minute, we'll just go grab a family meal. I'm hungry, eh? But it's 10 o'clock at night. Those kind of behaviors, eh?
And it's
Hey,
a
you
family
do
of one.
Yeah, yeah. That's just me and my wife. Yeah, those kind of things, man. Like I said, once you master the eating, everything else is pretty easy, eh? That's another thing I noticed too. Like sporting wise, Polly's just love to play sports, and without realizing, you can drop a lot of weight. Because I tried to play touch, but that was where a lot of my weight loss came from too. Just playing touch up in Brizzy. The weather was hot, but it was like unintentional, So you don't have to go bloody run up hills all day, every day, and do 1,000 push-ups every day. But if you find something that you enjoy, you can do it that way, Just don't watch too many highlights on YouTube and Instagram of all these bodybuilders and influencers with their abs, mate.
True story,
That's
bro.
unrealistic, man. Yeah. You'll be chasing those 12 packs for the rest of your life, mate.
Show us.
Stop.
Because I remember you saying that you were at 120 at one stage.
Yeah, almost at 130 at one point. Yeah. But was when my wife got pregnant with our first one. And I just remember that time I was driving trucks, and when you're on the roads all the time, it was all over here, the truck, and then I'll get a couple of pies and a couple of donuts.
I can attest to that, brother.
Yeah, and then every day the seatbelt gets tighter and tighter. Yeah.
Until you stop wearing it, you just stop wearing it.
You become a rebel and start breaking the law, Yeah, but that's the thing. It creeps up on you, man. Like you just relax for a little bit, and you're back to square one. That's another thing too, eh? Just trying to stay in the mindset. Because it doesn't. You can do the hardest work for 3 months, but 1 week of eating rubbish, and it all comes undone, man. So got to keep at it.
Yeah.
Have you experienced that yourself, Juan? Because I remember, man, I haven't
Absolutely.
caught up you in ages, yeah. So
I was at 142 kilos, is the heaviest I've ever been. 142, man, and I'm down to about 114 now.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice, bro.
and it was just I kind of went hundies on it. I hired a nutritionist, fucking personal trainer, and things like that. So he's got me counting calories, macros, watching my macros and things like that. So I'm taking a different approach. I figured if you're going to do something right. What they also touched on as well, when I first started, I was trying to run 500 laps around basins and things. It doesn't work. All it takes is consistency. I'm just saying 10 minutes on a treadmill every day, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that's all you need. Just consistency. Watch what you're putting into your body. We are what we ingest. Try and eat clean. But see, I'm on a program where, because I like burgers, I like to have a beer every now and then, but just don't go to excess. Yeah, and what the brother touched on as well is comfort zone, and most important is mindset. That's everything. That's everything for anything. is your mindset. You take control of your mindset, you take control of your life, you take control of your destiny.
Yeah, heard out.
Mm. Excuse me, boys. Next up.
Go open your doors, mate.
What does he go off when he gets to the stops?
He's one of the train managers that we all work together, us four.
Oh, okay.
And yeah. So part of his role was to check for the safety of people exiting and entering the train, and then safely
Oh,
closing the
okay.
doors. Yeah. That's part of his role. But earlier he had had to show his customer service skills, and it was pretty good. He's one of the best.
Oh, you guys are on the big bucks, hey? The train drivers over here get some money. The train and the.
I
Well,
don't know
McDonald's
if we get the
money,
big bucks, but
We got the McDonald's bucks, huh?
That's as big as it gets, Oos.
Nah, I had a mate that was driving trains here, and he said the pay was pretty good, man. I was just a rotating roster that was a bit annoying, but he said you can make some good money on the trains. I don't know about you guys over there.
Where's that in
Well,
Brisbane?
You know, Mike's got heaps of he's got his hands in heaps of little ventures here and there, so you got heaps of incomes, eh?
Also, I had to pull out of phone one by one, also. So I'm back just to one now. You already know, Oos.
Go ahead, bro.
My brother, he drives for Queensland Rail, and he gets about $3,900 a week.
Wait.
Yeah.
Your brother Ricardo?
Yeah.
It is? Shit.
You boys need to take your skills. You need to take your skills over to Australia, man, if you want to chase that dollar, because the money is exceptional.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's crazy.
I play football with both of those boys, him and Cisco.
Yeah. Oh, Cisco just made AOS, but that's all good.
Oh, okay.
So doing really well.
Well, if you so knows the world.
Small world. Small South Auckland.
That's
That's
called
it, man.
gutter.
That's it.
Hey, Fui. Hey, you know, with your content creating game, is it? Do you make money off every
Nah.
with the amount of followers you have?
Nah. You don't. I reckon. I think it's maybe like on Facebook until you get maybe 100K plus, and then you start getting advertising.
Advertising,
That's the time you start. Yeah, that's the only time you really start making money. Same with YouTube too. You have to get in the hundreds of thousands of followers before you start actually bringing any decent money in. I know some guys that do, but they're probably like it depends on your views and the
likes
the interaction.
And the likes.
Yeah. So the more interactions you get, then the more people that want to advertise on your stuff, and then that's how you monetize it. But every now and then I get some like free pungy popos, some some donuts. You know what I mean? Just to help out the local business.
I thought you had abs.
These claims are false. But you know, there's a lot of people like that too. Like just service for service. You know, I've got a little business, whatever. If you try out my cooking or my little catering business, I'll give you some free food and you post. You know, stuff like that. But that's like a lot of colleagues around here doing their own side hustles. So everyone wants to work together and try to push each other forward with whatever they're doing.
Nice.
Very nice. Okay, now boys, I'm gonna call it a night, man. But it was fun to be on this stream for tonight, for this 10th episode.
Sure,
My
Vince.
Lord Dave. Okay, boys, so it's good to
bro?
meet you for you.
Catch you later, man.
We'll see you again, huh?
Well, let's
Yeah, when we're four. Fast way four.
wait for late.
So before we reach the end of our podcast, we also got our remember our giveaway. So I'm just gonna quickly pop that up. It's on it's randomly selected, so we've got names written down. I'll just quickly share that. Hold up a sec.
Our tech guy's still absent.
Bro, he's left everything.
Who's that?
Swanky.
Oh, Swanky.
Oh,
And here we go. So these are all the names that have entered. Daddy daycare. Give some chocolate. So these are all the names that have that we've selected off our millions and millions of subscribers that have come through. So just so we're not rigging this thing, and we've got names in there. This is going to be the first time. So stay.
Ooh.
We would have sound music coming out and saying, "No, Merry Christmas."
Hey, motherfucker! Motherfucker!
Shot motherfucker. Actually, bro, like I said in the beginning, he's been one of our loyal fans.
Loyal, right?
So, motherfucker, we'll get in touch with you and get your details, and we'll send over some water. No jokes, because we can't afford you. Sweet, so I'll move that off.
Well done.
Shot motherfucker.
Thank you for supporting it.
Yeah,
Of
thanks
course,
everyone.
boys.
Like I said, we've got some merch coming out soon. Hopefully, by the end of next week. And if everyone's interested, yeah, boys. Plans for tomorrow, lads. Fui, what you got planned for tomorrow?
under house arrest, mate. So there's not much happening here. Just probably more the bar or something, eh?
Is it with, the hand one or the murder one?
It just depends. If it's above 30 degrees, then it's the hand one with no top. And if it's cold, eso
Now, stop for jumping on titles.
Yeah, always glad to have you and the boys jump on. Anytime. We're jamming every Thursday, so bro, jump on, bro. Good to have your
yeah, it's good to have you on because every now and then we're off at work, so we're shift workers. So, like Swanky's at work now. Next week I might be on the lates as well. So it's always good to have the boys jump on and fill the gaps on the screen.
There you go,
always have
motherfuckers.
heaps of viewers. Always have.
Well, motherfucker.
Hey, mate, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, so we didn't want to build it around getting viewers, but at the end of the day, we built this platform for the boys to jump on and have a yarn. Who the hell's who? Sup who?
Or Kaipu. What's up, Kai?
Marlon boys.
Hey, Zali.
Hey! Is it Swanky
Who's that?
Series, is it? Oh, who's this?
Sorry, Digicel Internetos. Digicel.
There it is. Swanky, que o cara que me copia ele quais sabe?
Oh, yeah. Ko aku rai a fui e whai ura kalo. Marlon, sir,
You
fui.
can't just jump to the skull of Faiu.
Oh no, his internet
How are
is
you?
cracking.
How are you? Swanky, what's going on?
Shutting down, turning off the lights, sending everyone home now.
Carrying the
That's
network
enough
on
work. That's enough work.
Oh my goodness. Now, thanks, motherfucker. Yeah. You loyal. You loyal.
Super loyals.
You're the only viewer that's watched every episode.
Every episode from
So it's only fitting, man. Look, I didn't even this. This is just a random spin the wheel. So to be honest, even the random wheel knows that you should be the winner.
The motherfucker
It's
winner.
all good, man.
Yeah,
Motherfucker,
When I started my page on Facebook, Mafioso was my motherfucker, man. It was only got 2 likes.
who's this idiot doing idiot videos? I'll just follow him for fun.
Love your work, Fui. Ah. Ciao, motherfucker, Mafioso. You loyal, also you loyal.
Oh my, day one.
Oh well, boys. We've reached that
Yeah.
time where we can go and have a slip. Thanks, Fui, for jumping on. We'll
No
send
worries,
out a
of course.
link next week again. We'll have
Yeah.
a jam, talk a bit of smack. But thank you to everyone joining in and being a part of the giveaway. Yeah, thank you everyone. Episode 10. It's been a blessing. Any advice from you, Mr. Fui? Anything to do with life?
A message that you know that special something thought in your mind you want to leave with the viewers, like Jerry Springer or something.
Oh, mate. Got a mind blank right now, eh? So yeah, as you guys touching on before, just Are You Okay Day. I know it's one day dedicated all over the world once a year, but especially with our poly communities, everyone's affected somehow, some way. So I think, especially now with because I know that the rate, I don't know about you guys over there, but the suicide rates have gone up over here. People are, I don't think it's just the youth either. Families are under stress and everything's going crazy. So, reach out to someone, let them know. Way.
Kapere me ngā fui, ka ngā pi mo moe.
Nah, shot
Yeah.
for you. Shot for that.
Just don't feel like Mike and do your podcast from inside your kapoki. Huh?
Yourself, Mikey. Got a message for all the fans out there.
Oh mate. Oh, just times have changed,
You
man.
got a message for
Speak your
motherfucker.
Motherfucker, say motherfucker, yo.
Yeah, guess running off what Fui was saying is reach out if it's the hardest thing to do,
Yeah.
but burden is lighter carried by many. So that was a bit off the. So
That
if
was
you,
deep,
yeah,
boss.
fucking, where did I get that from?
Deep in the bull hole. Let's go.
What's up?
That's why this
I
guy
shouldn't
came
have
on.
joined, eh?
This is
I
why
shouldn't have. This podcast has gone toxic.
This is what happens when Swanky joins, bro.
You just
This
haven't
turns
seen
to-
the swanky coming down. Insy Wincy Spider.
deep in the anus. Deep in the anus.
This is not where I wanted to go, but
Just
anyway,
make sure to ask a friend. Are you okay with the anus?
Sorry, Kanye. Hey.
That's why we have this podcast, because of photos like that.
Just make sure you get permission, boys, before you go deep in the anus.
it slipped, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, what's your message, Swanky? What you got for us? I think that's his message. Just...
Mine's gone blank. Mine's gone blank.
It's all red stuff.
Mike-
Was all.
Reach.
Boss, engage. Now, my message is simple. Let the children talk and listen, and times have changed. Let's not do that old culture, and let's look for our kids these days, eh? You know, give them the voice back. Don't beat the shit out of them. Those days are long gone. Use your mouth. Stop beating them up. It's hard. It's not easy. No one said it's going to be easy. But that's all we can do, eh? That's all we can do is just give them that confidence. We lack a lot of confidence in our Polynesian culture. Due to where we're brought up. We don't actually step into that confidence role until we're a little bit later on in life, which is a bit almost sometimes too late for some people. Yeah. That's all I could say. The kids want to do it. Help them do it. Get them into it. Embrace them. Plan it early. Okay, that's enough messages. We're going on to 3, 4, or 5 different messages now. Plan it early, and then we'll come down and get it.
Hopefully by this time, Swanky's got his emotional message.
There's no Swanky sitting in the front, not at the back of Kanye.
He's waiting for Kanye to turn around and give him some advice.
Everyone,
Yeah.
Hey,
Turn
Kanye.
it off now.
Oh, not the hivers.
Sorry.
That's his sign out. But boys, thank you everyone for joining in. We're gonna end the podcast. Thank you everyone for joining us on our 10th episode. Yeah, Fui, got love for you, brother. You loyal.
Shoulder sauce.
Mikey. Everyone. Thank you.
Ciao, boys.